Hey everybody, Monte here, and we are SPV Math Pre-Calculus with Monte. Week 26, March 22nd, expectations for the week. Alright, let's get started. The very first thing we need to do is find our team, and we don't want to make a mistake here, so let's shrink this down. Alright. We have all these teams, right? And we had a overview math team, but several of the math classes needed special videos, and we just need other resources for some of these math classes. So we created a Precalc B Honors SPV team. And any of these videos can always be found in the Pre-Calculus stream channel. So anything I make for pre-calculus and the expectations each week you can find there. Alright, so let's get started this week. First of all, grades. Your grade is based on, did you log into Clever? Log into Blackboard? Log into your Math Excel practice? And did you try an assignment? Work on the math assignment for a minimum of 2 20-minute sessions or 1 long session. Check in via email, phone, text, virtually, on Tuesdays or any afternoon during access time. Grades. If you do everything that I just listed above, you get a B. Wow, piece of cake. Want a higher grade? We're going to have to make sure that we learn those particular math skills as well as we can within the time limit. Some of these assignments can take time, so you don't have to finish an assignment to get an A. Alright, so let's get started. First thing, can you find the internet? Can you find Spokane Public Schools and digital tools? Can you find Clever? Log in with your email address, and then we want to go to Blackboard. Boom. Now once you're in Blackboard, we got to go find our class, and you could have a lot of classes depending on how old you are, because each year, each semester, you get 6 new classes. Alright, so pre-calculus. Now, here's our announcement page. Each week you're going to get an announcement that asks you to do math twice a week by logging into your Math Excel account using your email and your Math 2020 with a capital M password. Alright, we're in Unit 5, and this Math Excel link should work, and this Math Excel link should work. Alright, and then this video, I'll post it here shortly after we make the video. Alright, let's get started for this week. Okay, so when you get here, you're going to type in your email address in Math 2020. Alright, let's go find Precalculus. Precalculus. Boom. And I just click on the Gradebook to make sure that all the students have logged in to give grades. Alright? So now, each week I offer to do some of the problems. Okay? And in last week's video, remember you can go into the stream channel to see the video. Each week I'll try to do the first and the last problem in each of the assignments. Right? So we did this one and we did this one. And I think we actually met virtually and we started this one, right? Let's just do another one here. And maybe I didn't. Good. Do the top and the bottom one here. Now, Trig Identities. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, one of the tricks of math is to use substitution. Okay? It's called use substitution. We substitute something in, try to make sense of it, and then we substitute back. All right? So this one is actually fairly simple using substitution. So open up our whiteboard, we clear the canvas, move my head. Okay, now this looks complicated, but watch what happens when I say substitute. Substitute x for cosine squared. For cosine. Just substitute an x for cosine. Alright? So now as I rewrite cosine squared z plus 26 cosine z plus 169. Okay? Wherever I see a cosine z, I'm going to put an x. Watch this. X squared, got rid of it, plus 26x, got rid of it, plus 169. Now, write an expression in factored form. Can you see that I can write this as x plus 13 times x plus 13? Two numbers that multiply to be 169, 13 times 13. Two numbers that add to be 26x. Done. Okay? Expression of a single trigonometric function. Okay? So now, rewrite as cosine z plus 13 cosine z plus 13. Okay? Now, I'm going to type this in, but I'm wondering, in a factored form of an algebraic expression as a single trigonometric function, I'll bet you they want this. I'm going to write this first. Okay, so either one of these I would take and give you a right answer, but I'm wondering, so I'm going to type it in the long way first. Parenthesis, cosine z plus 13, close, open, cosine z plus 13, close. I took it. All right. I wonder if we would have typed it in as a squared, if it would have taken it too. Let's go to the last one. Yeah. Okay. Now, trig identities, click, trig identity sheet, boom. And we need to flip this, and remember that 1 minus cosine, 1 minus sine squared, where'd it go? 1 minus sine squared is going to be cosine squared, okay? So we're here. So now I'm going to move this up. All right, 1 minus sine. So that 1 minus sine, I'm just going to rewrite it as cosine. Okay, so no problem. 1 minus sine squared w. I'm going to substitute cosine squared w. Okay, now rewrite 121 minus 22 cosine w plus cosine squared w. Okay, substitute, just so you see it, substitute x for cosine w. So 121 minus 22x plus x squared. Can you see that this is 11 minus x? 11 minus x. Okay? 11 times 11 is 121. 11 plus 11 is 22. And negative x times negative x is negative x squared. Okay? So our final answer will be 11 minus cosine w. 11 minus cosine w. Alright, so I'm going to type that and see if it allows it. Otherwise we could. You know what? I'm going to write this time. I wonder what it's going to say if I do that. Let's try that this time. 11 minus cosine w. close shift 6 squared. Yeah, so either way works. All right, so we'll save that. Homework and tests. Factor and simplify. Let's try a quiz. Okay, and we have 11 problems. Let's just go to number 2. Okay, sine of pi over 2 minus y. That's a shift change. So it's cosine y. Cosine y. Cosine y. Sine is cosine. Okay, it's a shift change, so it's off 90 degrees. So we have cosine. Cosine. All right. So let's move this up. And we end up with secant y, cosine y. Well, remember what secant is? Let's go look. Secant 1 over cosine. 1 over cosine. 1 over cosine y times cosine y. Cosine, cosine, 1. We'll have to come back and check problem 2 to see if it's 1. We'll have to come back, okay? And let's go try the last one. Gulp. Oh, we just did that. 1 minus cosine squared is sine. So 1 minus 2 sine w plus sine squared w, where sine squared w is equal to 1 minus cosine squared w. And we got that off the trig identity. Remember, Pythagoras, a squared plus b squared equals 1. So that's where we got that substitution from. So now this is just 1 minus sine w, 1 minus sine w. Okay, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, negative, 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 and negative, negative is a positive, negative, negative is a positive. Okay, all right, so I'm going to take a shortcut, and I'm going to type that in, 1 minus sine squared. We did 2 and 11, so parenthesis 1 minus sine w, close, shift 6 squared, or you can use the exponent key down here, okay? And we'll go back a problem. We're looking for 2 and 11. 2 and 11. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Have a great week. Pre-calc students. Let me know how I can help you.